Okay, I click go live. Now we have to wait for YouTube to catch up. I'm going to give it a second. I want to make sure it actually is going live. I have a red button that usually, a red light that usually means that it is going live. Okay, there we are. Now we have to wait for YouTube to catch up. I'm going to give it a second.
Do you have a way to see if anyone's actually in the chat box or not? I don't know if anyone will be, but I did drop this on my email newsletter, so someone might actually show up.
Yeah, I can tell if people are watching the stream. I've got it up on YouTube.
Cool.
I have a red button that usually. I'm just making sure audio is fine before I.
I'm not sure if some of them know what gaming streams are, so that's the one thing. Like, my mom usually shows up to these things. She's like, "What's a gaming stream?" Like, Mom, you just show up and watch a game. Like, oh, that sounds boring. Then we're talking. Oh, never mind. But I did drop this on my email.
Good. I was holding. Sorry, I was just listening to make sure the audio was actually on for both of us. So I had to wait for a section before we were both checking because the audio is about, I'd say, a minute and a half behind the actual what we're doing.
Yeah.
And my daughter always gets on me because I'm very bad at watching the chat, and sometimes she'll get in there and just start spamming things at me. And
no, I have my phone up to watch the chat too. So
good. Yes, it helps to have two people. Like I will get distracted. I can hyper focus, especially if we're doing something in game. I think I just ran.
Well, yeah.
Do you like my little horse?
It's a very cute horse. Oh, where'd you go? Okay, we're going out. Did you go inside or outside? You just disappeared.
I'm right behind you. I'm like riding around on my horse. Here, let me fellowship you.
That'd be. Oh, there you. Okay, yeah.
I'm very, very creatively named Heidi Ewin today.
There we go.
All right, so welcome back to these chaotic author and game and chat. Today we have author Janeen Ippolito. I have put her links in, or a link, we can add more later maybe, into the chat or in the video description. But why don't you introduce yourself, Janeen, so I don't have to.
Hi there, I am Janeen Ippolito. I write a ton of books, not as many as Heidi, but it's not a competition. But yeah, I am an author, editor, that's sort of in a in-between place, but I still do edits on the side. I do speaking. I did podcasting for a while. I've just taken a break from that. I write steampunk fantasy, urban fantasy, fairy tale retellings, and superheroes, and resources for authors and sometimes poetry, so lots of stuff. And also an author coach. And other than that, I sword fight and play the ukulele and cook. So that's pretty much it. The sword fighting was interesting because I just started it up again after like taking a bit of a break. I started sparring again. And then as I was getting out of the shower, like, oh, that's a bruise, because that happens when you sword fight. So, at least what I do.
Awesome. Now today we need a goal. Should we A, try to run somewhere without getting killed? Should we B, try to kill
you have like a fast dart.
Things?
You're faster than I am. You dart around. You're halfling, right? Makes sense.
Yeah, that's probably a halfling thing. Actually, hold on.
Because see me, I just do, and you're like zooming.
That's weird, because like,
Anyway.
So we could kill a bunch of stuff. I find doing quests is actually kind of not particularly entertaining to watch because
it really isn't. Because you're like, okay, where? Like the one I just finished was like the last find 6 diseased boars and kill them. Like, and there's 1, and there's 2, and you're just checking off a list, and it's not that exciting.
No, it's good for leveling purposes and for all those things, but it is kind of dull to watch. So I was thinking, oh, they've added a snood onto the hair options. Your character is wearing a snood.
Yep.
That's cute. I didn't know that. That must be fairly new.
Well, you're rocking that. That stick is like as big. Is that as tall as you or taller? Your little bow stuff.
Probably as tall as me. Let me go hit swing with it, then we'll see how it works.
It's impressive that it's not like hitting the ground. Anyway, where are we headed off to?
I'm just gonna go hit this bristle board to show you how my stick works.
Okay.
It's actually a very inefficient way to kill people, hitting them with a stick.
Sounds so sad when it dies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's disease. So you're basically putting on rabid animals, but...
Yeah, it's dead. And now I've got sickness on me. Look at me, I'm sick.
But yeah, I just finished that quest. So other than that... My other quest is Bury the Dead, which also sounds like a real
it's a little bit of a
charmer. So we could just randomly do things.
we could try to run. Like I had this
Oh,
idea
what's
where
that?
that is my spirit of
Oh, you got a
nature.
spirit of nature.
It's my friend. We could try to run and find as many members of the fellowship as possible.
Hello?
Though it's, can you hear me? I can still hear you. I was gonna say that
Just FYI, Heidi, if you are talking, I cannot hear you.
that is, yeah, I am. That's weird.
If you aren't talking, that's okay. But I cannot hear a single thing.
It's fine on my end.
Oh, now I hear you. So were
Uh,
you just being silent or?
no, I was saying the no, I do have Skynet or Skylink or whatever, so it
Mhm.
sometimes will cut out a little bit. So that might have just been the internet catching up.
You do go faster than I do.
All right, so I had this idea that we could try to find as many people in the fellowship as possible. Speaking of which, is Strider still in Archit or did he leave?
He might be here. I think he might be gone. I haven't checked on that.
I can't remember if he's still here after the event. Let's go see if
Yeah,
we
let's
can.
go check. It's over here.
Yeah, he may have left. So that is one idea. We can go try to find as many as possible and like have a bingo card. I know some of them are in Rivendell. Just to get to them, we would probably have to try to run through the troll shaws, and that would kill us most likely. But it might be fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm a fragile little fragile thing.
We're level 6. We both got identical coats, so that's nice.
I have Constable Thistlewood. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all just gone because I
Yeah,
already did the whole intro.
I will show you where they are because I know. Let
Oh,
us
you know.
continue our adventure.
Yes, you know things. All right.
Anyway,
I
so
have to say, one of the things I find interesting when I'm in a game like this is what everyone names their people.
yeah, I've had to make so many characters. Like I was doing just everybody as some version of Adeline for a long
Hmm.
time, but for this character, like to make it easy for people to find me, I do Heidi
Where'd you go?
something just so that people know I'm right there.
Yeah, there you go. I got you. I got you.
So let us run out of this area.
I'm like sort of running at this like leisurely lope. Though also, unlike other games, this is more chill in terms of people. Things aren't going to come at you quite as fast as like some of the other stuff I've played, where it's like if you're not running super fast, then you're doomed.
Now, like it's actually fairly hard to die in this game. Oh,
Oh, hi there. Come on. Okay.
I was joking because like one of the times I was playing with somebody else that people were it was just hard to die. Like at the lower levels are pretty easy, honestly.
Yeah, which I'm okay with. Makes it relaxing.
All right. So speaking of relaxing, the first topic I put in my random list of topics that we could talk about is fairy tale retellings,
Yep.
and I know you've got one coming out in February.
Yes. Oh no, it's another one. Come on. What did you do in Lord of the Rings? We put down rabid animals.
There's always a
Okay.
good guy reason why you have to kill things in this. Like it's if they're not rabid, then you're trying to feed some settlement or something like that.
Yep. But
Let's
yes, I
kill
have
that
a
bear.
fairy tale. What? Are we gonna kill a bear? Okay, fine.
All right, here we go. We are leaving Archit. There's a mad Duskwolf there. He's going to attack us, but I'm going to get him first.
Oh, usually they leave me alone. I mean, I've been able to get around them without them like majorly attacking me, but you know what? Okay, let's go here.
The viewers, they crave violence. But no, it's about your fairy tale retelling. Why don't you tell us about
Yes.
that while we run? And I'm limping now because I'm bleeding and been injured
Do you
by
want to restore? I have
Duskwolf.
heals. Do you want heals or no?
Do you have a disease removal?
I don't know. I have a bunch of different things. Resonant stance. I have a restore one.
It'll fade in like 5 minutes, but
Yeah, I
you're
was gonna
still in
say
okay
you
health.
seem to be coming back together just fine, so no worries.
But what about your
Okay.
fairy tale?
So it is a Frog Prince retelling. I've already written two other fairy tale retellings. You jumped. How do you jump? By the way, guys, if you're listening, I'm still learning this game, so Heidi does doing things. I'm going to ask her how. Like, how did you just jump up there?
Spacebar.
It's what?
Spacebar.
That makes so much sense. Okay, now my life is better. Okay, about the Frog Prince retelling. It is words. It is a third in my star-crossed fairy tales, and the reason I put star-crossed in there is because I am very much focused on having the couples be sort of star-crossed lovers. I don't love writing couples that are like super enemies to lovers because it stresses me out too much, so I'd rather have external obstacles. So basically every single couple in this whole series is going to have external obstacles and doom on the outside. So that's why I have the name Star-Crossed Fairy Tales.
See, now I want to talk about how
like...
you could do enemies to lovers with external obstacles, because
Actually, no, my next book is both, because that's second chance romance, and she didn't like him at the start because he broke up with her using a letter penned by his servant, which is sort of like breaking up over text if you had your friend text someone. So
yeah,
she didn't like him.
Break up by proxy is never cool.
It's really not cool. So anyway,
what do I do for
touch
you?
the horsey person here so you get your horsey path.
Yay. Okay. So where are we going?
We are going to go into Bree and find some fellowship people.
Get a horse. And I don't control the horse. There we go.
Oh, you took the horsey path.
Was it not supposed to?
No, I just wanted you to get the horsey path so that you could get it later and fly back here, and then we could.
I don't know what to do. How do I stop it?
Well, there should be a dismount button, but if not, it'll just. Where did you say you wanted to go?
Bree, because you mentioned Bree. Oh, here, dismount.
Okay. Yeah, you could do that. It would just take you into Bree, and then I can catch up with you there. But
okay, well, I just dismounted.
Yeah.
So, now you're selling your horse, and now I don't have a horse. Well, that works.
It's this way.
Okay. Anyway, so the fairy tale we're telling is one of the Frog Prince, and in this one, I wrote it via dictation about 2.5 weeks, but then had to spend more time on rewrites because I dictated it, so I had to fill out everything. But it was a lot of fun to work on because it's such a bare bones story. I mean, basically, he gets turned into a frog. We don't really know why. Like, the original story doesn't tell us why. It doesn't tell us why she's there, what the ball is, or anything like that. And so it was really fun to flesh out all those details. My last couple of fairy tale retellings had a little more bones that I had to work with, whereas this one I could really just make stuff up a lot. And the one thing I knew I wanted to do at the start is no kiss. And so I researched the original fairy tale and found an alternative to kissing the frog to have him turn back into a prince.
I think that's one thing about fairy tale retellings is we get a lot of people who just are latched onto one single version, but a lot of them have multiple versions, and a lot of them have some really dark and weird versions way back in the past. I think Cinderella is the one that's probably most infamous for some of the darker content that is there in the original.
Let's cut off some feet.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah. But it's fun to do that. Like, I kind of go a little bit finicky when somebody says it's a retelling and they're obviously pulling from Disney.
Oh, yeah. When I've had people come to me at events and they're like, oh, like Disney? I'm like, no, I go back to like Grimm or Perrault or Hans Christian Andersen. I'm not touching Disney. Plus, Disney will find me because Disney finds everyone. Like, I'm just...
Join me in the prancing pony.
Yes, sounds fun. Okay.
So here we have a couple people we can find. First off, we are going to look for... Gosh, can we find Gandalf or Strider here? Let's poke around. But yeah, continue to talk. I'm just looking around because I always get lost.
Oh, no, yeah, that's fine. I'm discovering my ability to game and talk at the same time. I did not realize this was such a specialized skill until I started doing this. Like, wow, this actually is like... It's like extra brain power to make sure I can talk and also keep up with the game. But so that was one of the first things, and so my like hashtag for this one is like hashtag eat the frog, which I would use more because I'm kind of afraid that I'd bring down a lot of people in my head saying, why are you talking about eating frogs, poor frogs, save the frogs, which I guess would be fun, but I'm not a controversy marketer. But there is a version of the story where the frog turns into a prince through being thrown against a wall, and I take that version. And hashtag spoilers, but also literally you could look it up on Wikipedia and That is the version, so.
Yes, I just kissed Strider because that was a lifetime goal, so we're good here.
I'm okay without kissing Strider. We're okay. Although, wow, does he also have? Is he real Strider? I'm just checking this out. Oh, is that a shadow? He's not real Strider. He's fake Strider.
Why is he fake Strider?
Because it's not canonical that he'd have a beard. He has elf blood.
I think they're trying to have it both ways because that's like very little 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to like appease like the purists who like seriously with elf blood he would not have anything. And like that would have set him apart. Like that would have set the Dunedain apart.
The funny thing is they've recently turned up the graphics on this game, so I never noticed the shadow before. Like until recently, they did like the whatever something update, and before that he was pretty clearly clean shaven to me. But
anyway,
let's get out of here. I don't think at this stage in the game Gandalf is in the Prancing Pony because I think he's still in Orthanc or something.
Oh, I did something weird with my angle. I think I got myself into what is that called? First person mode where you can't see yourself.
So if you're using a wheel mouse, scroll back.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. No.
All right, I think that
we're out of Strider's room. We're leaving the inn, right?
Yes, I'm up ahead. You can see my dot on the mini map if you look.
I got you. Yeah.
Okay. Animals in fiction, though, that is a persnickety one. Like I joke because I put a dog in a book, and now everybody's checking to see the dog is still alive. And like the dog would be like 30 in book years now.
You made him a basset hound. People love basset hounds.
It's not just him. People are constantly checking on the border collie I put in the first book, or
Well, the thing is, dogs do not live forever either. That's the thing.
They do not. And my time zone my time frame in this series keeps clicking up. But it is difficult. People, I mean, I get it. I don't want to see, animals get hurt in my books. I don't necessarily need them to be immortal, though. But it does give you that problem because you essentially have a character that has
chestnut corgi.
That's a pet.
Aww.
But it's a character that has to have so much plot armor if you don't want people to be mad at you.
Oh yeah. And this one was interesting because of having all the frogs. And I chose to really try to figure out, okay, since I gave them both POVs, the guy had a POV, so I had to figure out what it would really be like to be transformed as a frog. And of course, I took this over seriously. And do you know that they have no idea how frogs sleep?
No, I hadn't heard that yet.
Like the actual research on whether or not frogs sleep is very underdone. I was like, okay, so he's gonna sleep. Like, do frogs dream? We don't know. How do frogs sleep? We're not really sure. How long do frogs sleep? Sort of like this. Like, it doesn't really matter a lot, but I didn't think it would be a hard question to just answer. And apparently, there's this just dearth of research on the sleeping habits of frogs. And in my books and my fairy tales, whenever the characters sleep, they can sort of communicate with each other, and I have these poetic interstices. So figuring out when they sleep is kind of important for me. And so I was researching frogs sleeping, and I had a really difficult time figuring out anything. So that was unique.
So I'm being cool to us.
You're like in the bear.
This is me proving a point here. So, I told you it was impossible to die in this game?
Yeah, apparently so, because you were occupying the exact same space as the bear.
Well, that bear was a level 14, and I just turned level 7. So we just...
How did we not die?
Exactly. It is so ridiculous. I feel like we should just start killing higher and higher level stuff and see what the person that kills us is. Let's get this guy.
Fine.
Yeah, animals in fiction is the whole thing with the research and stuff.
I learned so much about frogs. I don't want a frog, but I have learned a ton about frogs.
I don't know, I think a frog would be a fun pet.
They're a little challenging to keep alive, actually. I didn't realize they actually are rather fragile, so I was like, oh, the frog will just go here. And wait, if I want to even be slightly realistic, it's actually very specific times that a frog can travel and not die depending on the species of frog and whether it's more frog or more toad. It's really easy to kill a frog in a lot of ways. And so I had to go there and go, okay, what time of day? What's the moisture level? What kind of frog is it?
Run away.
I I tried not to go too much into depth, but where are you?
Run
But I
away,
did
run away.
want to make it somewhat realistic, and it's just chasing you out, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't even hit this one. This is the limit. 17 is too high for me. I can't even
Well, then
take
what
it
are we
down.
doing? Like, it's just chasing the but there we go.
Yeah, eventually it'll give up. See?
Ah, okay, there we go.
So that is the limit. We can't kill a level 17 bear.
So yeah, frog research was a thing with it.
All right. I was also going to say, one thing we do have in common is that we have worlds with interconnected multiple series in them at this point.
Oh yeah.
Which is fun because every character gets a spin-off. You know, they're all very loud.
Oh, don't even tell me how many spin-offs my steampunk. Well, no, my steampunk has been behaving itself, which I'm very happy with. That one's going to get finished this year. My urban fantasy. Once I discovered I could write decently cozy urban fantasy with like my dragon shifter stuff, then it's like the sky is the limit, and now I have a million ideas, and my readers want all of them yesterday. So
Yeah, sometimes you just have to tell them, like, maybe this one's not gonna happen.
I just kind of I just declared like my list of what I'm getting done this year. It's like these are the books, and like it's 5. That's enough. I can't do more than that.
5 is good. My goal for this year is 3. But I kind of cheated that I had some stuff stored up from last year, so I might actually have more than 3 publications.
So you probably have more than that. Like that's the thing. I'm counting Frogs at Noontide. I wrote that last year, but it's releasing this year. And like the Christmas novella, I'm counting that as a release, and I wrote most of it last year.
Yeah, with
So
me, I wrote. So I just finished published Conveniently Married to a Superhero. I have a group project that's going to come out next winter that I've already finished, and then I've already finished the 6th Park book. So yeah, that's already 3.
And then technically, the Alice one I'm doing is sort of a rewrite, so it's kind of easier to do that too. And so now I mostly... Are we going somewhere? Or are we just walking? Okay.
We're heading towards the Shire to try to find some fellowship members.
All right.
Actually, I think only... No? Actually, there might not be any fellowship members in the Shire. I'm trying to remember where they are. They might already all be all the way to Rivendell by now. Ruh-roh.
Die easily on the way to Rivendell, right? Like that's something we could do. I don't know. Like how much do the people who are watching want to see bloodshed?
How can I be of service?
Take the brief out
Like,
there.
I'm a partially defensive fighter here. I have heals and such. Bree?
Yep.
Okay.
And
So my
this will
travel.
also
I
be-
don't. Oh, I can't travel. I don't have any. I don't have enough coins.
You don't
That's
have
special.
coins? I'm coming
I
back
have.
for you.
I had like 12 silver and I have 5 copper. I have no more gold. I don't. How do you have so much more coins than I do?
I just sell stuff as I get it.
Oh yeah, I need to get. Okay, my last.
All right, come over here.
My last time I was playing, I was so focused on just getting through the intro that I didn't focus on selling things. Where's a merchant?
Yeah, right in front of me. This guy. Buckley
Yeah,
Shepherd.
guy. Okay, let
What
me
can
just
I
sell
do for
things.
you
Yeah,
today?
just go there and sell all your junk.
Yeah,
I've had
there we
enough.
go. Okay.
There's a bandage. Here you go. How many bandages?
I was just thinking that being on a horsey path would make it very easy to talk.
Oh,
for
yeah.
a minute.
Okay, I have a couple of gold now. All right, I have a couple of gold. We're good.
Let's come over to
Go back.
West Brittleleaf over here and buy a path to Bree.
I have valuables.
What can I do for you?
Oh, there it is. Nope, I got lost. Hang on. There we go.
Am I taking care of gas? Because I have a gas thing that has 87 in that.
Bree. I have not yet discovered this destination.
Alright.
Oh, did you not hit the thing when we went past it? Okay, I guess
Thing.
we're running. Let's go.
What was it? What were we supposed to hit?
Remember the horsey path that I showed you how to hit the first one? If you just see one of those guys with a horse over their head, touch them, and then you have that horsey path. You've learned it.
Okay. No, I accidentally got on the horse for the path, but I don't think I hit anything.
Yeah, there's one at the Brightning Breed. Well, I guess running is also a good time to talk. Especially because we can't kill things here because they will kill us too much.
Just
Yeah,
following
I
the
think
book.
one thing that I was enjoy about writing, I mean, urban fantasy, superhero, anything contemporary really, is the chances you can get to like be a little bit referential in your humor and get pop culture stuff into it, which you can't really do with fantasy unless you're being really coy. And even then, I think it kind of takes me out of it if the reference is too obvious.
Yeah, I think the one you can mostly get away with is well, I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, and the thing is, people just say that anyway. In fact, I don't think I even realized how much of a Star Wars thing that was until someone pointed out to me, but I do use it in dialogue. You know,
I'll also toss as you wish into some of my stuff because you can get away with that in some old school fairy tales and things without really, like, if you know, you know, but it's not like super obvious.
avoid that bear, he is deadly.
What about the silver deposit? So we don't have a dwarf with us.
You need to have the mining skill. You can get trade skills.
Like I said, dwarf.
Yeah. So if you go up to a trade skill teacher, they can teach you how to pick. You get to pick 3 trade skills, and mining is one of them. So you could do like mining, jewel crafting, metallurgy, sewing, cooking, farming.
So what fandom do you think you've referenced most, or like thing that you've referenced most in your books, especially your contemporary ones?
Oh, that's hard. It's probably a toss-up between. You know, it's funny because I don't think I'm not really a member of this fandom, but I have thrown in quite a few Harry Potter references just because I think a lot of my characters would read it. That said, I think it's probably tied between Lord of the Rings and Star Wars at this point.
Oh, gotcha. I was wondering if you did enough psych references.
Yeah, my psych ones are usually a little more subtle though. Touch the horsey people. Don't go
Okay,
anywhere. Just
these
touch
ones,
them.
the sail message, so just touch them.
Yeah, and that way it'll say you learned the flight path or the flight path.
Okay, so just that's it?
Hello
Okay.
Now you know them.
Okay,
anyway,
so
so
just
yeah.
right click and walk away, and
I sometimes will overtly put something in about psych, like somebody will.
feels so rude. Okay, is that it?
Yeah. Will say that they watched that detective show or something like that, but mostly it's kind
Okay.
of more subtle things like.
Nope, this way.
Well, let's. Oh, I can show you my favorite place in Brie. Hold on.
What's the word? Parkour up? That's so weird. I think one of the challenges with like making lots of fandom references, you really have to make sure it's something that's going to be perennial, or otherwise make it subtle, because those things do trend and then fall back. Like Lord of the Rings is pretty perennial, Star Wars is pretty perennial, but like other stuff, you know, if you're being obvious and trying to wink at the audience, they may not get it if it's something that's not ongoing
except when it
fandom.
goes with character references, I don't mind giving character stuff that will age out of date, especially because I date my work quite intentionally. Like literally reference
Oh, a
dates
cat.
in it. Yes, come in
Can I
here.
pet the cat?
Can you hear me? Like I'm not sure if picking up.
Is this just full of cats?
Yes.
This is a cat cafe.
It's the crazy cat lady's house. It's just one of the places I like to go.
I mean,
Sylvester's over
I
here.
feel like this is
All
like a
over.
medieval tavern version of a cat cafe.
Horatio. There's so many cats in here. My favorite place in Brie.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I had to take you here.
Yeah. Hello.
All right.
I love how none of them are reacting to the dog either.
Yeah, the follow pets aren't very interactive in this.
Yeah, like IRL, there'd be so much hissing and like batting at the nose and everything.
Depends on them. If like they're familiar with the animal, then no. But strange dogs generally yes. All right, let's go this way.
Yes. Depends on the cat. Like some will shy away, and then some will like hiss, and some will like get in the face and be like, "No, it's my territory. Go away."
Yeah, I think that it's fun to give characters things that they like that I don't like too. Like I said, I have a lot of characters who are into Harry Potter, even though I'm barely cognizant of that fandom. Like, other than it, I mean, you can't avoid it; it's omnipresent. But then, it is kind of cool because you have to figure out what would your characters like, what would they be into, and sometimes it's something you're not into.
And it makes it really interesting if people assume you're into it because the characters are like, not really. Like, I don't drink coffee. Like, I'll drink a little bit of decaf, but that's it. And I have a character, Alice, in my urban fantasy, and she drinks like 4 or 5 cups a day. And I have to talk to my coffee drinking friends because I have no context for this.
Yeah, because our characters aren't us, and I think that's it can be a confusion that readers have a lot. Also, like, it gets boring if you just write yourself over and over again, especially after like 2 books.
And you don't get to like explore new things. Like with the other one, what was it? With Zeth, the main character in the frogs thing, she's a tinkerer and she's like really into STEM. I am not a tinkerer in that way. I'm not super mechanically gifted. I can YouTube and sort of figure things out from that, but that's about it. So again, trying to figure out what that's like and what this character, how they're thinking about the world like that.
It can also be hard when they like something you think is actively boring. Like, I have a couple characters who are really into computer stuff, which I'm just like, this is boring. Oh, here, we're having a bar party.
Oh.
A minstrel party.
Look at that.
They're playing Ed Sheeran.
Yes, they are. I was like, wait a second, where have I heard that?
I love that they do that in this game. There'll be some pretty cool concerts.
Greetings.
Oh, the flock of Moosin.
Where?
The name of the characters, they have a...
Oh, Flock of Moosin? Oh, that.
Yeah, their fellowship name is Flock of Moosin. Jolly Toon Hucklebuck, the beloved Gold Toon Hucklebuck. Who stole my wig? I love this. Okay, I'm moving on. The Wonders of Middle-earth, Ed Sheeran and a Flock of Moosin.
Yep.
Now we are going to get into dangerous territory.
Okay.
But now, have you ever had an Easter egg that you thought no one was going to get, and then somebody messaged you and they caught it?
No, pretty much mine are fairly obvious. I had one that I thought it was a humorous moment, and I honestly thought my beta readers would make me take it out because it was a tiny bit off color. And for me, that doesn't mean much, okay? But it was like a tiny bit like, the reference is a little bit like off color. And to be fair, main character is in a really bad situation, so she's gonna not say the nicest words. And I was surprised by how many of them pointed out and just laughed. I'm like, wow, okay, guys. It was a Star Wars reference, and it was like, is this some Star Wars bleep? And the bleep being a word that is not bleep. And the amount of my readers, my beta readers, who all just like had all these LOLs at that point and said, you have to keep that in. Because in the book, she finds out, like Luke, that her dad that she thought had died tragically is actually the bad guy. And she's like, this is not happening to me. This is Star Wars bleep. And everyone loved it. And they were laughing their heads off at it. And I'm like, okay, I guess that stays. I thought I was going to have to get rid of that.
I like it when you earn the word, like even people who aren't really, who don't prefer swearing words, like, oh yeah, that was justified. Like I had that when, in her fake superhero boyfriend, when Casey tells Vi to go to hell. I had one of my most conservative readers, like, says, like, she deserves that.
Yeah, they were all just like, nope, this is how I would respond to that. But again, you really have to earn it. Like, you can't just fill it up with things. And more I'm seeing, especially with more of the urban stuff, which superheroes also falls into, it's gotten either where people don't use any language or they use a ton. And so being the person, like, I use, like, maybe like 1 to 3, like, very mild words, it, like, puts me in this interesting middle place.
Let us kill this bear.
Which one? There is a bear. Oh, here? Okay. And there's just a rando brown fox just like being a bystander, huh?
Yeah, he'll hang out. I don't kill the rando bear fox. In fact, I'm going to make up a story in my head that bear was threatening the fox's life and I have saved the fox.
There we
Don't you
go.
dare threaten that fox. Okay, there we go.
You control that narrative.
I have enough gas.
I was thinking those things were going to attack us, but they don't seem to notice us at all. Ooh, I wonder if we could. No, Weathertop would probably be too hard to get to the top of Weathertop. There's too many high-level mobs there.
I was gonna say, do they have Nazgul in this game or no?
Yes, but you only encounter them in certain, like, usually it's a cutscene, and you can't actually attack them.
Okay.
It would really mess the plot of Lord of the Rings if we killed off the Witch Kings early.
Yeah.
They do that. It's just like, so your character's story runs alongside the Fellowship, and you kind of intersect with them occasionally, but it's a different story.
Yeah.
You don't usually influence the stuff. Occasionally, Aragorn may send you on a side quest. Like, one of my favorite things in this game is you become the person who gathers the Grey Company behind the scenes. You're the one who runs and takes the messages to all the rangers and tells them Aragorn needs them, go south.
Yeah, I like that. I liked this start off versus the first one. I had a different character, an elf, and she started in a totally different area, and I did not... This is more fun for me because it's starting off, in areas that are familiar to the story, whereas there you start off in, like, near the dwarves and falling cities and such. I'm like, yeah, I want to be more cozy. I want to just kind of do what...
I do prefer the Shire and Brief as my start areas. They're very cozy and pretty. Deerland is also cozy.
They have chickens.
Yeah, they do have chickens. Let's kill that bear.
Kill the bear. Killed him a bar when he was only 3.
I haven't thought of that in a long time.
So, I mean, this is where we get to date ourselves. When we would go to the library and rent out videos to watch, in the 90s, that was one of my go-tos. It was like Davy Crockett and lots of like random nature documentaries and stuff. Wasn't a cartoon kid, but I liked watching videos about beavers, so there we go.
Beavers are pretty dang cool.
Oh no, it was a very excellent beaver video. Beavers are like awesome. It's really strange thinking about, like, after all this time, like, there are no cassette tapes in, like, libraries and stuff like that, like video cassettes and things like that. Like, the technology has changed so fast. Like, it was like videos, then it was like DVDs, then it was like Redbox. Nope, Redbox is gone now. Okay. My Redbox.
The library here recently sunsetted CDs because they weren't
no,
checked
wow.
out enough, and that was a major kerfuffle.
What was that, kerfuffle?
Yeah, people did not like that they did that.
Well, it is kind of nice to have them.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I'm an old school. Like, I still love. Like, I got a couple of Bluetooths this year that I have. Bluetooth. Oh gosh, Blu-ray. A couple of my favorite movies on Blu-ray because I'd like to own them. I don't want to have to rely on what the streaming platforms are doing.
Yeah, I do too. The only problem is like keeping the technology to play them up to date, because that gets harder and harder, especially with more and more laptops don't even have CD-ROMs on them nowadays. Like I don't think the last two I've owned have them.
Yeah, I have a portable CD-ROM that I can put in with a USB. Because dang it, I was watching this one TV show and then it hopped services. I'm okay, where did it go? No one knows. Whoever owns it just took it off everything, and now you have to pay like $5 an episode. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
Also, now it used to be you could rent anything for like a one flat fee, no matter how new it was, and now I was like, I have to wait for ages after something comes out until it's available on a streaming platform for under $20 just to rent it, especially Disney stuff. Like I'm forever like. I will watch that.
Well, for Disney also, like, they have their own streaming things. They really want to just force you to get that.
And I'm very stubborn about that. I do not want to, like, I don't like owning a bunch of services for subscriptions anyway. I have a joke about that in my most recent book where even supervillainy requires a subscription service.
Oh no, I love that was a fantastic quote. And it is so true.
Okay, so this is the Lone Lands. We are super under level for the Lone Lands, so we will probably die. But, it's a sacrifice we're happy to make. And this is kind of...
We who are about to die salute you, lone person who is watching.
This is the zone under the shadow of Weathertop. It's pretty kind of desolate and scary, but...
Oh, can we go in the building, though?
Yep, we can go in the Forsaken Inn. It's missing part of its roof. This one has a puzzle dungeon underneath it that you can do. It's an instant, so we can't do it right now, but you have to solve riddles to get through doors. It's pretty cool.
Oh, look, a nice whole bunch of animals cooked up. You know, for a Forsaken Inn, it actually has, like, food.
Yeah, I mean, it is like the last inn you can get before you reach Rivendell.
And it has meat and ale. That's pretty much all you need, I guess.
Yeah, what more do you need? Best Dwarven cuisine.
That is something interesting to think about, is putting food into books. It's always like a perennial thing you see coming up is like, why don't they write more about food in books? Or why do they do this? Or why don't they do this? It's like, well, sometimes...
I have a lot of
Yeah,
Interesting.
I've kind of become one of the people who is expected to put food in my books, which is funny because I used to not like writing food descriptions in my book. It felt like a waste of time. But then at some point, it just started happening. I think it was just so I could get that fish tacos joke in there, because we were living in San Diego at the time, and fish tacos are a big deal there. And then it kind of spun out of control. But people like food.
What do you need?
Yeah, and like especially, I found that I will do a lot more. We're not taking anything, right? We're just like clicking on the guy.
Yeah, just click on the guy. And
Okay.
then we're gonna move through this dangerous land and try not to get killed.
Go for it. For my secondary world stuff, I'll do a lot more with the food because that's a way you set the stage for the world. Primary world stuff, not always as much. Although again, when I'm writing for Alice, I'm usually talking about whatever coffee she's drinking because she has weird taste. But it depends on the character, I think, and what they care about with food too. More with secondary worlds. I definitely like go into that more.
Yeah, with me, it's because like I have to figure out what there's a cozy element, and then like the parks being Korean, people expect.
Oh yeah.
some Korean
Again,
cuisine.
setting some of the stage for that, yeah.
So that up there is Weathertop, if you can see it.
Oh, a screenshot that.
Is anything like
Time forever taking
No!
screenshots in this game. It's pretty.
It disappeared. Go away. What happened? Back. Okay, we're good now. Back to the... I just went to take a screenshot. My computer freaked out. Here we go.
I didn't imagine when I read the book that Weathertop was actually that big, but it's pretty big here.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you something more to see and explore and stuff.
Yeah, they need something you can interact with and have to go up and fight orcs on the way up, which you do multiple times in this game.
I will say it also does sort of depend on characters with food because Josie, I remember Josie's book, I talked a lot about food because she likes to cook. She likes to bake, and they're both shifters, and shifters need to eat a lot. So with her, like, yeah, she can do lots of cool things, but I have to kind of remember, okay, but where is she eating stuff? Because it's kind of like the fuel there. Like, if she's not eating, it's something she's going to think about more that she has to eat at certain times and things because of the fast metabolism. Whereas Alice, I think, probably sometimes really thinks she could live on coffee. She can't, but don't tell her that.
Yeah, I was like thinking about Sean. Like in his first book, I got a complaint that even though he was Korean American, there wasn't a lot of Korean culture around him because he was at college and he was on his own.
I mean, just not think.
Like,
I mean, he's Korean. Everything he does is culture.
yeah, and then it was, but then I was saying that he just wanted to order takeout because he's 22. He's single.
Yeah, I mean, like that's a thing too. It's like that's. It's a challenge of balancing Annie's expectations with character realism a bit there.
Yeah, and like I like to make points out that a lot of my guys can cook because I think that I don't like the illusion of incompetency in Mel's that can come out in a lot of fiction. I mean, I married a very competent guy. Matt can cook better than I can a lot of times. Not everything, but
same.
some things.
No, it's a thing. Like, it was actually on my list. I wanted to marry a guy who could, like, actually feed himself and, like, enjoy that. Steven's better than I am at pretty much all Asian cuisines. Because he's interested in it, and so he teaches himself, like, how to make Thai soups and those things and stuff. And, like, there's certain things, like, he likes to cook fish, so he just pretty much cooks all the fish. And it's like, okay.
And I do think it matters, like, what would the character be like? That Sean Bean having a very, like, stay-at-home mom behind him who probably was more
Yeah.
traditional. He didn't learn to cook. Uh, Fade was alone for a lot of his life. He had to learn to cook for a way as part of survival. So I kind of go through and like decide, oh, where would this character have learned to cook? Would they have had to teach themselves, or that kind of stuff.
Yep, and again, also how much is it gonna like come up with things? Like how much is it what they relate to others with? Because I know Alice can cook, but I'm not gonna show a scene where she cooks because she just doesn't think about it too much. She's just doing her thing.
Yeah, I mean, when you're getting into more cozy stuff, that's when it comes up. Though I do think it's
Yeah.
important to like kind of figure out how your character survives in the world and like how they interact with it.
Mm-hmm.
And like with married couples, like I have to figure that out. Like which of the couple is the one that does the cooking, which is the one who does this. And some of my couples are a little more traditional, and some of them are a little more egalitarian.
Yep. And then since I write a fair amount of sort of magical or shifter types, I have to sort of figure out, okay, who needs to eat much, and like for my steampunk series, the dragons, their metabolism is so fast that they just shift into dragons and like eat some sheep or something, because it would be ridiculous trying to eat that much in human form.
Watch out, that monster will eat us. We must go around.
Speaking of eating brush prowler.
There's 2 monsters on the other side. We have to be very careful to try to escape the monsters.
Okay, there we go.
Are we gonna make it? Oh, there's another one.
If we die, I blame Heidi.
That was literally my fault because I literally said we were coming out here to die.
Yeah.
It was kind of predictive. We made it!
There we go.
It's okay. I would do the same thing.
Oh, so we're at the beginning of the new year, so I want to know, are you doing a Goodreads reading challenge, and what's your number?
So I pulled completely off of Goodreads last year. I mean, I have an account because I want to see what people like post on my books. But otherwise, I didn't like the stress of having everyone be able to see what I could read. Especially because I tend to read a lot of different things that I'm skimming for marketing or stuff, but it's not necessarily, oh, I'm reading this, I like it, or I'm endorsing or anything. And so I use Bookmori on my phone now. And so it's a personal tracker. But it also does challenges because every single book tracker does a challenge. And I don't know, like last year I didn't unchallenge, and I still read over 50 books. So I think I'm going to keep doing my unchallenges where I don't give myself a goal, but internally I'm like, but I want to get over 50. But it's not a goal, but I'm going to get over 50, and then I do.
I'm going to do 45 again this year because I feel like when I do 50, I get more pressured. And then sometimes I'll end up going over 50 anyway, but it's like, I don't want to be counting it. I feel like I'm always behind.
I want to go back to trying to read different books. Last year, I kind of fell off the wagon of pushing myself into new reads because I had some tragedy in my family, so I just went to comfort reads. And that's how I ended up with like over 26 urban fantasy books on my list. But I want to go back to like having some different things, like a couple of classics, a couple of maybe 1 or 2 literary things, just some different stuff on there as well as my usual, just to kind of expand my scope. I got to finish Dune this year.
That's one I don't think I will ever tackle. It just doesn't interest me, and it feels like such a lot of words.
I actually really enjoyed it for what it is. It is really, but I kind of like, sometimes I'll read books the way that people will look under the hoods of cars. It's not because I'm enjoying it from a story angle, like, oh, that's how you did that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's how you did that transition. So if I can enjoy books for that angle, even when it's not just with something where I'm really enjoying the story. Though I have books also where I'm just binging the story and not really paying attention to those things. Depends on the book. But Dune was one where I very much felt like I was more enjoying it because of I could kind of see, oh, that's where you went. Oh, that's what you did. Oh, that's why that was a thing.
Guys, I got this.
It was more of like mechanical enjoyment of as an author of, oh, I see how he did that versus the story is super fascinating.
Yeah, I need to like I'm trying to decide what would be my hit list for books that I feel like I need to read, but I'm kind of stubborn about stuff, and um, like I have never actually read any Jane Austen because I just don't
But
feel
you've read
like
a lot
it.
of the other cozies. Jane Austen is just like that. Only like honestly, I think better, but that's just me. She's a lot sharper sarcasm than what's acceptable for cozy these days.
It's just me just not liking Regency period. I find the whole
But you've
shtick,
read
yeah,
like random cozy stuff that sort of cribs off Regency anyway.
not a lot of it, and it usually will be like if it's holding really tight to the actual like traditions and society of the time. I like it a lot less. I like ones that have exceptions, and I get annoyed with characters who are really into propriety and stuff. And I know it's satire, and I know she doesn't like it's all tongue in cheek, but it's just not where I want to hang out.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'd much rather hang out in. I know there's something about Victorian, but they're probably worse like, as far as like the whole conventions and like stuff. But I find them a little bit more obviously funny to me. It's just easier to sit back and kind of like snicker at the Victorians.
Well, I kind of binged my cozy for a bit, and I'm finding I need to take a real break from anything cozy for a while.
Yeah, I'm
Because
picky
after a
about
while,
my
and it's
cozy.
yeah, I kind of am getting to the place like you guys. I know the purpose is it all sounds the same because they're comfort reads. Comfort is meant to be similar and comforting, so I'm not dissing the genre, but I think I'm ready to leave it for a bit.
So here's the thought: what is a weird cozy to you? Like something that you find comforting and you would read over and over again, but by its nature, it shouldn't be comforting.
Metafiction. So things like Jill Barrett's Just Stab Me Now, where the main character is talking with the author and the other character talking with the author as the story is being written. Or Jasper Ford's Thursday Next series, where she's also jumping in and out of stories. I do enjoy metafiction like that a lot. Like fourth wall breaking referential stuff is definitely, especially if the person does it with a comedian's touch. Because I grew up reading a lot of humor books, like humorist essays and things like that. So metafiction is a huge one. And then more of lighthearted adventure stuff, usually written by guys, versus like female written cozies, which are all about how many times can we describe hot chocolate kind of stuff. I like a lot of the lighthearted adventure things where you're going to get in the middle of shenanigans like this game, but you're safe in the end, you know? But you can still do crazy things, and if you die, you die, and you're going to be okay. Lit RPG, like some lit RPG has that vibe too, and I've really been enjoying that.
I think for me, so I don't know if you got when we went over the bridge. I got that you're entering a dangerous area.
Ooh,
The game is trying to tell
okay.
us we're being stupid. I think we're already like, is the thing coming after us?
Can we just like hide by the fair? I'm hiding behind the elf. You don't see me.
I don't think. I think it'll just. Yeah, but that's not going to work. We need to run.
No, I believe in the dream.
Yes, but
I don't think he sees me.
Because he's after me.
Oh, well, what'd you do?
I don't know.
Lady,
I'm,
where are you?
I play a plump hobbit. I look delicious. All right.
Apparently so. Like, I don't see you anymore. Did you die?
No, I'm
No,
on the
you're-
bridge. I ran until he stopped chasing me.
Okay.
This might be hard. For me, though, I think the weirdest, like the coziest trope for me, or there's two that shouldn't feel cozy, but they're not a genre. They're a trope or tropes. I like it. My favorite thing is where the main guy realizes he's in love with the girl, and it absolutely devastates him. Like, it's like, oh gosh, I'm in so.
And yet
much
you
trouble.
haven't read Jane Austen. That's literally the main trope of Pride and Prejudice. Where
I can't get like I've seen the movies.
but that's literally the whole thing where the hell devastates him because he finds falls in love. That's literally like the whole thing.
And the other one is just.
Wow, it's really is going after you and not me. Wow, I feel invisible.
Yep. I'm running.
You are
I'm running,
tasty.
I'm running. Tasty hobbit.
Apparently, you are tasty and delicious.
And I do like a good guy sacrifices himself for the girl one. Like I'm never going to be a feminist because I just want guys to be willing to die for me.
I like mutual sacrifice.
I like it
Because-
sometimes, but I don't know. I like it when the guy will do that.
Eh. I like less of. I mean, I like the sacrifice stuff, whatever. But I also like a guy who will actually just be there and do things. Like, you'll die for me, but will you do dishes? Will you change diapers? Will you
true.
actually, like, do the day-to-day things? Or
Yeah,
will you just like want to be epic and melodramatic?
Yeah, you need that because like I think that's kind of the whole like I've got this whole section in the supervillain stuff where Keeper tells Spade that the point is being there. That's the most important thing, you know. Are you still following me?
Hang on.
I'm being chased
Yeah,
by
hang on. I had to give my fingers a break to stretch because I've been using the same ones. Okay,
You
hand
are going to
stretch.
die. They are converging on you. You need to run.
Oh, dang it. Okay, here we go.
Run!
My
You're
left
being
hand was getting
chased
a
by
little bit
giant
late.
dragonflies.
This was our goal, was to go through these things and see if we died.
Yes, but we have to make a big dramatic deal of it, or it's not entertaining. So then we have to scream and act like we're in major
What?
stress. Yeah,
I had no idea that we were doing this.
this is the shtick. Nobody actually really cares, but it amuses me.
The thing is, too, is that sometimes people say they want the guy to sacrifice when you actually have the guy completely sacrifice and they get angry at you, and then it's like, oh, Janine, why did you kill off that character? And
No,
then
you
this is
have
where
to
we
bring
are.
them back. That's part of the fun.
No, this one I couldn't do it. It would totally have undermined things. Occasionally they don't come back. You've had occasional times they haven't come back. Hi, it's a deer. Is that a bad deer? Is it an evil deer?
It's an evil deer.
It looks
It's
friendly.
It's an O deer.
Also, observe, guys. It is really just going after Heidi. It just blew right past me.
Yep. It's because I'm going first. They latch onto me and I'm clearing the way for you. But I'm currently a very fast runner, so it's good. Very dangerous over short distances. Are you being attacked now? It looks like your health went down.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever.
Run as fast as you can.
I have a couple of heals, so if you ever actually get down, I can just heal you.
Yeah. A lore master gets heals at certain ones, but I think they're pretty high level and we're only level 7.
No, I chose like a half and half thing, so I can fight a bit and then I can heals a bit.
Most of the casters in this thing are dual. Like, you can either choose, like, they have talent trees you can pick, and you get to be a healer, damage doer, or something else. Usually crowd control. What was I talking about? But no, I
love how it was really like sweet music while the deer are trying to kill us.
Yeah, there's a deer chasing me. There's also a deer
something
chasing
is trying.
you. Yeah, you've got a blind buck and I think a bat trying to get you. If
Whatever,
we can make
guys.
it to Rivendell, I will be very pleasantly surprised.
Oh, I'm dead.
You're
I am
dead?
so dying. Hang on.
Oh, no.
Resonant stance?
Don't try to fight him. There's no way you can hit him.
No, I'm trying to use some heals.
Yeah, I'm in bad trouble too. If we get to a point
Well, guys, this stream shall end in tragedy.
where it's terrible.
It's getting there.
Are they still chasing you?
I don't think so.
Stop running and maybe heal up.
Yep.
Oh, no, never mind. This is what we chose to do with our time. You have been defeated.
I am dead, and that is it for me.
Well, let me see
Hang on.
if I can outrun
I get
this
to.
guy.
Okay, do it, Heidi. Run for both of us.
Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna run and see if I thought I was gonna have to wait for you. So let me see if I can actually.
No,
I'm
I
probably
can
gonna
hang
die
on.
now.
I'm just stretching for a second. I can revive for free. I just wanted to stretch my arm out. Okay.
It's probably gonna hit me, and I'm gonna die with this next hit. So we'll see. Okay, run, bear, run. No, Smokey, don't do it.
You're gonna I'm gonna be. What? No, now I'm Breeland again. Yep, never mind.
What'd you do?
I died, and I said revive for free, and then it got me back to Bree.
That is weird. Oh, I bet it's because we're out of level.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't want us to go to the graveyard here. That's sad. Alright, well, I actually survived, so I'm going to hit...
Look at you!
I have a travel... Okay, where is your, Delving Fields? I'm gonna hit my, travel to personal house here. So where in Bree are you, just out of curiosity?
I went back, it took me all the way back to Archit. I am an Archit.
Well, that is surely a way to end the stream, I guess. We made it halfway through Troll Shaws. I'm actually rather impressed of us. All right, I'm going to get to Bree. I have a stable master here.
Alright, give me it.
There we go.
Actually, can I go to Comb?
Do you guys want my money? I can drop it.
No, the best they can offer me is South Bree. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, we have been going about an hour, which is about what I aim for these things. So why don't you reiterate where people can find you and find your stuff and stuff?
All right. Again, I am Janeen Ippolito. I write many books,
Greetings.
fairy tales, superheroes, urban fantasy, steampunk fantasy, plus a side of poetry and resources for authors. You can find me on Facebook with Janeen Ippolito. You can find me on Instagram, Janeen Ippolito. If you're like, wow, how do I spell that last name? Usually I would just direct you to my website, jauthor.com. I'm currently moving websites, so right now if you put that in, you will get nowhere. But hopefully if you're listening to this later on or something, you can go to jiauthor.com, and that has everything in one place, and you don't have to spell my very Italian last name that I married into.
Also, you
And,
can.
yeah.
I will later edit the description to put whatever links you want in there. So there should
Yeah,
be some links in the comment. Just send those to me whenever you get a second. I wasn't sure what
Sounds
you want
good.
down there. All right. So I am currently at Comb, but I think we are ending for the day. That was further than I thought we'd get into the troll shaws, especially at level
Before we
7.
got killed by deer.
That is the most embarrassing way to die. Though technically, I got killed by a bear. I think that is a slightly more honorable death.
You feel a little
than-
more, yeah, you got a little more street cred.
Yeah, how'd you die? I got killed by a bear. How'd you die? I got killed by a deer.
A giant deer who was like 3 times my size.
It was an extremely cranky deer.
Well, there's only one left. Alright, wait.
The thing is, they didn't even look cranky or bloodthirsty, you know?
Well,
Like,
that
it just,
deer kill more people than almost any other animal in the U.S.
deer killed my car once.
Exactly, that's how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're willing to die for that. They
I know, they'll just run out in front of you.
They hate you so much they're just gonna sacrifice their life for you to
There
end
we
you.
go.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Anybody who checks this out, make sure you check the links in the comments. I've also got a link to my latest release, Conveniently Married to a Superhero. And